Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome to my video. I'm Cinta Violita with NPM A1B024047. And in this video, I would like to explain about three types of text. That is procedure text, descriptive text, and use item text. So, I will explain the social function, generic structure, language features, and example of each text. So let's start with the first text, which is procedure text. Procedure text is a text that explains how to do something or make something step by step. The social function of procedure text is to help us do a task or make some things. The text organization consists of goals, materials, and steps. Goals mean the final purpose of the instruction. Materials mean the ingredients, utensil, or equipment needed. And steps means the instruction that should be followed to achieve the goal. The language feature of procedure text are imperative sentences such as cut or don't mix, action verbs such as turn and put, and connectives such as first, then, and finally. So, procedure text focuses on giving clear instruction step by step. Now, let's look at the example of procedure text. How to make dalgona coffee. This text explains how to make a drink by using several ingredients and following some instructions in order. The text starts with the material needed, such as sugar, coffee, water, milk, and ice. Then, it explains the step from mixing the ingredients until the drink is ready to serve. So, this example shows that procedure text is used sequential steps, action verbs, and connectives to make the instruction clear and easy to follow. We can see the summary of the procedure text. The goal of this text is how to make dalgona coffee. The materials used are sugar, instant coffee, cold water, ice, milk, a bowl and whisk or mixer, a glass, and a spoon. The steps are combining sugar, coffee, and water, whisking the mixture until smooth and foamy, filling the glass with ice and milk, adding the whipped coffee mixture on top, and finally mixing everything before drinking. The purpose of this text is to show how to make dalgona coffee and help people follow the instruction correctly. The language features used in this text are imperative verbs such as prepare, combine, wish, fill, add, and mix. The text also uses connectives like first, then, and lastly. So, in my opinion, procedure text is very important because it helps readers understand instruction clearly and complete tasks more easily without confusion. Okay, next type is descriptive text. Descriptive text is a text that describes a particular person, place, or thing. The social function of descriptive text is to describe something clearly and in detail. The generic structure consists of identification and description. Identification means introducing the object that will be described, and descriptions mean explaining the characteristics, qualities, or parts of the object. The language features are focused on specific participants, use of attribute and identifying processes, frequent use of classifiers in nominal group, and use of simple present tense. So, descriptive text focuses on describing something in detail. Now, let's look at the example of descriptive text. This text describes Rafflesia arnoldii as the biggest flower in the world and one of Indonesian unique flowers. The text explains the flower's appearance, characteristic, and habitat in detail. For example, it describes the size, color, smell, and the place where the flower grows. The example shows that descriptive text gives detailed information so readers can imagine the object clearly. We can see the summary of the descriptive text about rafflesia annuldi. The identification part explains the rafflesia annuldi is the biggest flower in the world, a unique flower from Indonesia and known as Rafflesia annuldi. The physical appearance includes a diameter up to 1 meter, the height about 1.4 meters, large red petals with white spots, and a stick-like part in the middle. The characteristic of the flower is its unpleasant smell, its ability to attract insects, and its blooming period, which is about 3 to 4 times a year. The habitat of this flower is tropical forest, especially in Sumatra, Indonesia, and lowland areas. In my opinion, descriptive text is very useful because it helps readers understand the characteristics and details of an object more clearly and vividly. Okay, now let's move to news item text. News item text is a text that inform readers or listeners about important or newsworthy events. The general structure consists of newsworthy events, background events, and sources. Newsworthy events means the main events being reported. Background events explain what happened and the cause of the events. Source contain comment or statements from experts or people involved. The language features are headline, action verb, saying verb, passive sentence, and adverb in passive sentence. So, news item text focus on sharing important information. Okay, now let's look at the example of news item text. Mental health crisis emerges amidst ongoing pandemic. This text discusses the mental health crisis that happened during the COVID-19 pandemic. The text explains that many people experienced anxiety, depression, and stress because of social isolation, economic uncertainty, and emotional pressure. The text also includes comments from a psychologist to support the information and give expert opinion about the issue. This example shows that news item text provide factual information and discusses important events happening in society. Okay, we can see the summary of the news item text. The newsworthy events in this text is the mental health crisis in Indonesia caused by COVID-19 pandemic, including the increasing cases of anxiety, depression, and stress. The background events explain the long-term impact of the pandemic, economic uncertainty, social isolation, loss, emotional pressure, and the effect on psychological well-being. The source in this text is psychologist Dr. Siti Nurhaliza, who explained the need for better mental health service, increasing public awareness, and removing the stigma about seeking help. The purpose or social function of this text is to inform people about an important events and raise awareness about mental health issues. So, in my opinion, news item text is important because it helps people stay informed about important events and increases public awareness of issues happening in society. Okay, now I would like to conclude the explanation of 3 types of text. Procedural text gives step-by-step instruction. Descriptive text describe a specific person, place, or thing in detail. News item text inform readers about important events. Each text has different purposes, structures, and language features, but all of them help us communicate information effectively. Okay, that's all from me. I hope this presentation can help you understand about procedural text, descriptive text, and news item text. Thank you for your attention. See you and bye-bye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.